The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, AVM software, or its advertisers.
News Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet with more than 4 million unique users on demand on iTunes and on YouTube and on my blog, GaryBaumgarten.com, where you are encouraged to post your comments whether you agree with yours truly or not. And thanks to our good friends at CRN Digital Talk Radio, we're syndicated to an additional 12 million households. I am your host, Gary Baumgarten. Welcome to the show. A very serious situation to discuss today, ladies and gentlemen. It's the issue of honor killings. And, you know, I always thought that they occur, unfortunately, in the Middle East, but not here in the United States of America. But the deaths of 2 girls in Texas, allegedly at the hands of their own father, may indeed have been a case of honor killings. That at least is a contention of their great aunt, Gail Gartrell, who is our guest here today. Police are searching for the father of the two girls, one 16-year-old Amina and the other 18-year-old Sarah Said. I'm not sure whether they pronounce it Sad or Said. Gail will tell us. They were murdered in January. The father, a 50-year-old cab driver, Yaser Abdel Said, was born in Egypt. According to Gail, he had been abusing the girls, and their deaths were the result of that terrible Middle East custom that apparently, according to her, migrated with him to the United States. And by the way, if you go to my blog, GaryBaumgarten.com, you'll see a picture of these 2 girls. Just beautiful, normal teenagers living the life in the United States, trying to assimilate like everybody else, just make it, try to be popular, try to be involved with kids their own age. I don't know what they could have done to cause their father to do this allegedly. Gail Gartrell, thank you, and welcome to News Talk Online on Paltalk.com.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. And I know you're a very soft-spoken person, and just so that our folks can hear you all right, I'm going to ask you right from the get to kind of try to speak up a little bit. How do we pronounce the surname? Is it Said? How does the family pronounce it?
I think the family pronounces it Saad, but
Saad.
Yes,
Okay.
but I think on our side and amongst the American family, we have always pronounced it Said, and
Okay.
so I'm not really sure about that, but I'm pretty sure it is Saad.
Okay.
The correct pronunciation.
Okay, got it. So tell me, bring us back to January 1st, 2008 in Texas. Outside, I believe it was outside of Houston. Did this occur?
No, it was right outside of Dallas.
I'm sorry, Dallas.
Yes. Amina had said that she was going to be running away. And she had planned to run away because Yaser was going to be taking her upon graduation. She was to graduate this last spring. And Yaser was going to be taking her to Egypt to marry her off in an arranged marriage. Now, he had taken her when she was 16, and he tried at that time to arrange a marriage between she and a 40-year-old man. And Amina called the United States and called her mother. And this was related to me by my niece, Amina's mother. And while they were there, and she had told her mother, she said, I hate Egypt. She said, I do not want to be married off to some 40-year-old man, and I will never return to Egypt again. And so, she was worried about graduation because upon graduation, he had told her, you will go to Egypt and you will be married. Now, her plans were that to graduate, Amina and Sarah both were very brilliant girls. They excelled in everything they did, sports. They both played sports. Academically, Amina graduated this year in the top 10 of her graduating class. Sarah, in her junior class, was in the top 8. And these girls, they strove. I have talked to many of their friends, and they strove for perfection in education because they saw education as their way to freedom. They thought that, that if they did well academically, that they would be able to go to college and on and on. But that was not true. Yaser let Amina know last fall, I believe around last October, prior to their death, that it would be up to her husband whether or not she would be able to even go to college. And so Amina had made plans during the Christmas holidays to run on her own. She even broke off with the boy that she dearly loved. She said that she had to make things right with problems between she and her father. And of course, they spoke in depth about that, and he was worried about Sarah, Amina leaving Sarah behind. And so I believe the two girls had decided to go ahead and try to run both of them together. And that's when they told their mother, my niece, I call her Tissy, we all call her Tissy. Everyone else would know her by Patricia, okay? But the girls thought they could trust their mother, and they could not, because she went to Yaser, and she told Yaser about Amina's plans. Now, I'm not sure if she knew at that time that Sarah was planning to go with Amina.